Yesterday, I sold TC Energy Corp, a Canadian pipeline, ticker symbol TRP. I bought it just 39 days ago. I did a video about it. I will link it here. In this video, I will give a brief reminder of why I bought it and why I am selling it, why I sold it yesterday. And in the meanwhile, there have been a few developments also, so I will explain how that worked and I will show my profits and my return and my overall profits in dollar amounts also. So that's in this video. And if you're new to this channel, hi, my name is Alex. I'm a retail investor and I'm currently focusing on a dividend strategy where I buy dividend stocks when they seem to be trading at the lower range of their valuation with a dividend yield of 3 to 6%, although I have a few of lower than 3 and a few of higher than 6. And I hold them until they reach kind of their historic valuation, maybe a little bit above, depends on the stock. And meanwhile, I collect the dividend and hope to get a little bit of an extra return from this swinging. We'll see how it plays out. I have been very successful until now, but with this strategy, but it hasn't been enough time. So if you're curious to see how that plays out, I am also. I invite you to join me on this journey. But today we will talk about TRP, of why I bought it, just a quick reminder why I sold it, and I really tried to make it keep it shorter. And I have a brand new computer, so I hope the quality of this video will be better. I'm still in the process. I hope everything will work out fine with this video now. So let's talk about TC Energy. So I bought it just 40 days ago. I sold it yesterday, so I held it for 39 days. So I don't even want to call it an investment, kind of a trade, a swing trading. And I bought it not exactly employing the strategy of buying dividend stocks when they seem to have kind of an upside. I knew and I said that this TRP probably doesn't have a lot of upside and it kind of trading at its fair value, but it seems like a very high dividend yield and high quality and very stable dividend. So I put an unfortunately now a small position in it, with the intention of selling it when it goes up, which is what's more or less happening today, of buying more if it goes down and collecting the dividend while it goes sideways if it goes sideways. And so that was my kind of plan. And a little over a month has passed. So what has happened in the meanwhile is that TRP has spun off a part of its business. It had a part of its business in oil, when the rest of the company is pure natural gas and utilities. So it has spun off its oil segment into SOBO, a separate company, and it's now trading with the ticker symbol SOBO, in both the Toronto Stock Exchange and the New York Stock Exchange. So at the beginning of October, the spin-off was complete, and whoever held shares of TRP got a small amount of those SOBO stocks. So that's what happened. And then the TRP stock has, of course, traded lower. And what happened until now, that the TRP stock after the spin-off is now trading a little bit above the price which I bought. I will show all the numbers soon. So I got kind of the SOBO stocks for free, and there was a dividend in the meanwhile. So while I am kind of break even on TRP itself, I've got my gain is from the SOBO and the dividend. I will show it again. It was not exactly my plan, but I'm selling it today because for the same price, a stock that is only a part of the business, the valuation is higher. I will show it in a minute, and so it does seem to be a little bit overvalued right now. It seems like it has more of a downside than an upside. Let's see it all together. So this is a screenshot from my previous video where I bought TRP and I shared it, and we just so we can see the fast graph, how it looked when I bought it. So we see that here I bought it. I didn't catch this, unfortunately, this lower valuation. I bought it somewhere around here, and I said that there is probably not a lot of upside at this point. I find it a kind of at a fair value. That's why I'm placing a small position. It was my first stock where I held small positions with high yielding stocks, high quality of dividend, that with the plan of again selling it when if it goes up, collecting just the dividend while it goes sideways, and buying more and increasing the position if it goes down. So that TRP was the first stock, and what happened now is the stock is not exactly trading at a higher price, but because of the spin-off, and the stock is trading at around the same price it was when I bought it. Now the valuation is much higher. So if we look at the fast graph now, so we see that everything, I think the fast graph is already reflecting the new stock. It seems like it, the new fundamentals of the company. Let's see, let's compare actually the EPS. We'll see. Yes, the EPS is lower, the expected EPS. So it's already adjusted for the new stock without the SOBO portion. So now we see that the company is trading above the orange line, which is a 15 PE. And if we look at the 9-year range, like I did to compare it just to my video when it was always also a 9-year range, we can see that now it really looks like it's already above the orange line and above the blue line, which is the historical normal multiple during the last 9 years and 7 years. So we see that it's kind of already trading at higher valuation, even if we look at different time ranges. So that's why I decided to sell, because it seems that at this point, of course, unless there is kind of some kind of a significant change in the fundamentals, in the estimates of the business, it seems like there is more of an upside right now to revert to that orange line and blue line, and maybe get to those lower valuations again. Of course, it can go even higher and even higher, but I don't want to bet on that. So right now I am selling, and I added the stock to my tracked companies, where if it goes again to a low valuation, like it was here, or maybe here, or here, if you manage to catch it, then I will buy again, maybe a fuller position. But yeah, so now I just want to show how much I made, how much return, and how much was it in even dollar amounts for me. So I bought 220 shares of TRP on September 8th. The dates are in my format, sorry. And again, it was a small position for me. Again, you can kind of calculate my whole portfolio, no problem with that. So I bought 220 shares at the price of 46.62. Around this date, actually, it was, that's my brokerage is telling me it's this date, but it was Sunday, so I don't think so. So maybe it was a day after, maybe, but around this, that's the price, definitely. And I sold it yesterday for 47.46. So again, not a big gain, only 1.8% gain. But again, it's after the spin-off. The company was at first the price fell, but then it kind of climbed up, and now it was trading a little bit above the price where I bought the full company. So what I didn't show was the PE multiple. That if we look at the graph before the spin-off, we see that when I bought the company, it was trading around 14, 16 PE, around 14 PE, and now it's already with the same price. It's a PE multiple of 16. So we can see that the valuation is higher now because the price is the same, but the company is just a part of it, yeah, a big part, but still. So I held it for 39 days, and if we analyze the return of 1.8%, it's a 18% return, but of course it's not very material because it's only $185 before taxes, and after taxes it is $139, so it's not material. But I also got the SOBO stocks shares, which for my 220 TRP shares, I got 44 shares of SOBO for, we can say now, for free, because I actually sold the TRP stocks, the TRP shares with the same price that I bought them. So I got 44 SOBO shares. I sold them yesterday. I didn't mention it, but I sold them also. And I don't know how to analyze the SOBO at this point. I don't want to deal with it. It's a very small position anyway. I just sold everything. So I sold it for $23.93 and for $1,053 which after tax is $790. So my whole gain on both of them is at 1,237. But in this time, there was also a dividend announced, and the ex-dividend was during this period also. So if we look at the announced dividend, the ex-dividend was September 27th, which I was a shareholder on this date, and I will get it in the end of October, and it was 71 cents for each share. So for 220 shares, 79 cents on a share. I got also $156 on dividends, and I'm taxed on it also 25%. So that's $170 after tax. So on the initial investment of buying 220 stocks for 46.62, that amounts to $10,000 and 256. I gained the sum of those $1,394, which is a gain of 13.5%, not annual. It was unfortunately a small position. I wasn't really counting on this kind of special situation of a spin-off. I didn't know. I just bought it because of it, a good company and a good dividend. But that's what it turned out, and I am sharing it. And again, I held it for 39 days. So annualizing, it's a return of 229 percent annual. Not very interesting, not very material. But again, I'm just sharing it, and I'm sharing that I sold this stock that I also shared when I bought it a few videos ago. So yeah, so not a lot to say here. Again, if when it trades again, I would love to hold it again, but not when it's a little bit above, but a little bit below the historic multiples. So when it gets to that again, I will buy it again, and we'll hopefully share it here. So yeah, so that's it for today. I hope this video turned out well in terms of quality. And then I have another stock I am about to sell, and I have some insights about why I'm selling it and the journey I took with it. I held it for a few years, so I want to make a video about it too. And I have a few nice ideas of dividend stocks also, which I will analyze and share my analysis here. So please stay tuned, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye bye.